friends, and welcome to today's how-to. Today we're going to be learning how to draw Pikachu trick-or-treating. So first let's get started with the eyes. So on the left-hand side, stepping in from the center, we're going to draw in a nice big circle. Let's leave our gap in the center now. We're going to come across on the right, and we're just going to replicate that. Let's come in towards the inside here now, and we're going to draw in another circle for the highlight of our eye. And then we're going to do the same thing on the left-hand side. Let's just color in our pupils black now. Now let's come in and draw in the nose. So right in the center, we're just going to draw in a small sideways oval, and we're going to color that in black as well. Let's step over from the center. We're going to curve this line up and through towards our left eye. And then we're going to step back on that line, curving this down and through on the right. Let's draw in an arch line underneath. So we're going to curve this all the way around and then through on the right. Let's close this off on the top with another curved line for the tongue. And then again behind here, we're just going to color this in black as well. Let's come down and draw in the bow. So we're going to draw in a curved line right underneath our mouth. We're going to curve this line down on the left as well as on the right. And then we're just going to close that off with another curved line from left to right. On the right hand side now, we're going to curve this line around, down, and then back in on the bottom. And then we're going to do the same thing on the left. Now let's bring this line over on the right and left hand side, curving that line out. We're going to bring this line out on a diagonal now from the bottom on both sides. From the inside line here, we're just going to curve that out towards the side. Moving back in on that top line now, let's curve this in towards the top. And now let's move back up and focus on the head. So we're going to start on the inside here. So right in the center, we're going to draw a diagonal line that comes out on both sides. And then from that point, we're going to draw in another diagonal line that comes across. On the left-hand side here, we're going to curve this line all the way around and then in. And then we will do the same thing on the right, bringing this all the way back around and then in. Let's focus on the cheek. So on the left-hand side, we're going to draw in a circle. So we're going to connect that from the top, bringing this around towards the bottom. And then we're going to move back over on the right-hand side, replicating that. Let's move back up. So coming back in towards the middle here, we're just going to curve this line around, bringing that down on the side. And then we're going to do the same thing on the right, bringing this around and then back down on the side. Now from here on the left, we're going to finish closing this off. So we're just going to flatten this out as we come in towards the bow on the left. And then we're going to do the same thing again on the right, just mirroring that. Let's add in some details now. So on the top here, we're going to draw a diagonal line coming in. We're going to do the same coming out on the right. And then we're going to draw in a pointed line coming up and then back down on the side. We're going to draw almost like a stitching pattern coming around. So we're just going to draw in some lines as we come all the way around. And we're just going to leave an even amount of space as we do this. Coming in towards the bow. And then we're going to do the same thing on the left as we step over, bringing that in on the side. Now in the center, we're going to draw in another sideways oval. Moving up on a diagonal, let's draw in a nice big oval. And then we're going to step down on the right and just replicate that. Now in the center, we're going to draw in another sideways oval, finishing that off. Let's draw in Pikachu's ears coming in behind. So from the center, we're going to step down on the right and we're going to curve this line out. We're going to step up, replicating that on the left. From that point on the top now, let's curve this back, around, and down on both sides to finish that off. Let's add in the detail on the top. So we're going to curve this down on a diagonal towards the bottom on both sides. Now let's come down and we're going to draw in the left hand holding in the Gengar trick or treat bucket. So we're going to come down for the first finger. We're just going to curve this line up. We're going to step over, replicating that. And then we're going to step over again, curving this around and back down. Let's draw in the bucket now. So on the left-hand side, we're going to draw in a nice big circle, curving this all the way around. And we're just going to continue to connect this as we come back in on the right. Let's draw in an oval on the top, curving this through. Let's draw in the ears. So we're going to connect this from the top here. So we're going to draw a diagonal line coming out. And then from that point, we're just going to bring this diagonal line back down on the side. We're going to step over on the left. We're going to curve this line out, bringing that back through on the left-hand side. Now in the middle, we're going to bring this line back up and down on the right. And then we'll do the same right in the center. Now from here for the eyes, we're going to draw in a diagonal line on both sides from the center. And then coming over towards the inside, we're going to curve this line around and then up on the top. Now in the middle, we're going to draw in an oval on a diagonal right in the middle. Let's draw in the mouth. We're going to draw in a curved line from left to right. And then as we come down on the left-hand side, we're just going to connect that by curving that back up on the right. Let's draw in a straight line coming over to the left as well as the right. And then we're going to step out again one more time, finishing that off. Let's draw on the rest of the outfit now. So we're going to step over on the right and we're going to draw a diagonal line that comes out and we're going to curve that over towards the right. We're going to close off the arm here. So we're going to arch this line out. We're going to come down underneath, bringing that line out, and we're going to end this at the same height as the line on the top. Now from here, let's draw another diagonal line, closing that off. And we're going to draw in the same stitching pattern. So we're just going to draw in 4 straight lines, leaving a gap as we come across. Let's draw on the hand. We're going to bring this line down and up. Stepping over, let's replicate that. We're going to do that 2 more times. And on the last one, we're just going to bring that in on the side. Let's come across. On the left-hand side, we're going to line this up at the same height, curving this in towards the bucket. Now from here on both sides, we're going to curve this line up and through towards the middle, and we're going to leave a gap right in the center. From the center here now, we're going to draw a diagonal line coming down at a point in the middle. And then let's draw in the stitching pattern again. So we're just going to follow these lines as we follow this whole pattern on the bottom. Like so. Now on the left-hand side, we're going to draw in an oval. We're going to come down on the right-hand side and just replicate that again. Now from here, we're going to draw in a straight line that comes across, and we're going to bring this all the way through towards the right-hand side. Let's draw on the pockets underneath. So on the left-hand side, we're going to curve that out towards the Gengar bucket. And then on the right-hand side in this open space, we're just going to curve this around and up, just leaving a small gap on the side. Let's draw in Pikachu's feet. So we're going to draw in 2 small diagonal lines coming out on the left and right-hand side. And then we're going to scoop this line back around. So we're going to curve this all the way around back in towards the center. And then we're going to draw in a small straight line that comes up towards the top. Now from here for the toes, we're going to draw in 2 curved lines, arching those in towards the middle. Lastly, let's just draw in Pikachu's tail. So we're going to come up on the top and we're going to curve this line out towards the right slightly. From that point on the top, we're going to curve this all the way around and in on the bottom. And then now from here, we're going to bring this line straight across. Let's draw in a small diagonal line from that point in towards the arm. We're going to come in slightly, extending another diagonal line coming out. And then we're just going to bring this line straight across. And that is it. That's how you draw Pikachu trick or treating. You can pause the video and color it the way that I have done, or you can change your colors up if you'd like. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment below suggesting any more characters that you'd love to learn to draw next. Thank you so much for joining me on today's tutorial, and I'll see you all on the next one.